In the noise of daily life, we often forget how powerful peace can be. Imagine a gentle breeze carrying whispers of calm, soft rays of serenity wrapping around your heart, and raindrops falling like blessings to soothe your soul. In this video, we will take you on a journey of relaxation, where words flow like healing streams. And every moment invites you closer to stillness and inner peace. So, close your eyes, breathe deeply, and let these calming phrases guide you into a world of tranquility. A gentle breeze carries whispers of peace, wrapping the soul in quiet comfort as if the world itself is exhaling calmness, and in that soft breath the spirit learns to drift, slowly and without resistance, into the tender embrace of serenity, where every leaf quivers in rhythm with the silence of the air and every petal bends as though bowing to the secret music of the earth. And when the horizon stretches out like an endless canvas brushed in hues of rose and gold, the heart cannot help but dissolve into its glow, forgetting all weight and weariness as it moves into the gentle stillness of the moment, where time itself seems to pause, not out of duty but out of devotion, offering the soul a sanctuary beyond words, a sanctuary where raindrops fall like blessings, touching the earth with delicate fingers of silver, washing away the heaviness that lingers in unseen corners of the heart, leaving behind only freshness, renewal, and the soft fragrance of beginnings. And as the droplets gather into streams that wander across fields and stones, they sing lullabies to the soil, reminding it that even the smallest grain is worthy of love and tenderness. And in that song the listener discovers a quiet truth that life is not a storm to be endured but a river to be followed, a current to surrender to, flowing into hidden valleys where wildflowers sway like tiny lanterns of color and grasses ripple as though moved by invisible hands, each motion a gesture of peace, each sound a sigh of harmony, and above it all, the sky bends wide and generous, veiled with clouds that drift as lightly as thoughts unspoken, softening the sun into a golden glow that caresses the skin like a memory of childhood afternoons when the world was safe, when laughter floated in the air as naturally as the song of sparrows, and in such recollections, the heart returns to its innocence, shedding the dust of days gone by, until it feels once more as pure as the morning dew resting on the lips of a rose, trembling not with fear but with the joy of existing, the joy of belonging to a universe that whispers comfort through every breeze and hums reassurance through every wave. And when night begins its slow descent, scattering shadows across the horizon, it does not come as a thief but as a painter, dipping its brush into velvet, blues and scattering silver across the canvas of the heavens, where stars blossom like eternal flowers, each one a spark of wonder that sings of infinite distances. Yet even in their remoteness they bring intimacy, reminding the wanderer that no soul is ever truly alone, for the night itself leans close to listen, to cradle, to soothe, and as the moon lifts its calm face above the earth, glowing like a lantern held by unseen hands, it spills a river of pale light across oceans and forests, across mountains and meadows, and that light feels like a gentle hand upon the forehead, cooling every fever, easing every sorrow, inviting every restless thought to rest, and in its glow the heart learns again to breathe, slowly, deeply, as if each inhalation were a sip of starlight, and each exhalation the release of all burdens. Until breath itself becomes prayer, and prayer becomes silence, and silence becomes the music of peace, flowing endlessly, weaving itself through branches and rivers, through waves and winds, until even the smallest pebble glows with the secret of serenity, and the soul, walking barefoot across the quiet earth, feels the pulse of life beneath its steps, feels the warmth that rises from soil and stone, and understands without words that everything belongs, everything breathes, everything rests in harmony, and so the journey continues, moving like a dream across landscapes woven of tenderness into valleys where mist drapes itself over hills like a mother's shawl, into forests where shafts of sunlight break through green canopies, scattering gold upon the mossy floor, where each ray feels like a benediction, each shadow like a story, and the air smells of pine and wild blossoms, rich with the scent of renewal, and one could linger there forever, listening to the quiet chorus of crickets and streams, finding in their repetition a rhythm that eases the mind, smoothing out every edge, softening every wound, until the soul itself becomes like water, clear, fluid, reflecting light, and flowing gently toward the ocean of stillness, where waves rise not with anger but with grace, curling and uncurling like the breath of the earth, carrying with them the voice of eternity, a voice that whispers not in commands but in lullabies, telling the heart it is safe, it is whole, it is loved, and as one stands at the edge of that endless sea, watching the horizon blur into the sky, watching gulls drift like scraps of white silk in the distance, the self dissolves into vastness, becoming wave, becoming wind, becoming sky, until all boundaries fade, and what remains is a single, unbroken expanse of calm, where silence speaks louder than words, and peace flows deeper than thought, and in that timeless expanse the soul finds its home, not in possessions, not in victories, but in the simple truth of being carried, like a leaf upon clear water, by the tender hands of the universe itself. And as the journey stretches further, mountains rise in the distance, their peaks crowned with snow that glows pink in the embrace of dawn, and as the first light of morning touches the ridges, the world awakens in a hush, not with noise but with wonder, as if creation itself is holding its breath to watch the miracle of day begin again, and the meadows below shimmer with dew, every blade of grass a tiny mirror reflecting the sky, every drop a jewel gifted freely to the earth, and among these jewels butterflies emerge, fragile yet radiant, drifting like fragments of a dream too delicate to hold, their wings painted with colors unseen in any palette, reminding the heart that beauty does not need permanence to matter, for even the briefest flutter can leave eternity's impression, and as the path winds deeper into this dreamscape, a lake appears, still as glass, reflecting the heavens so perfectly that sky and water become indistinguishable, and as the soul gazes into its depths, it feels as though it is looking not into water but into itself, into the boundless calm that has always lived within, hidden beneath layers of noise, waiting patiently to be remembered. And when a single ripple spreads across the surface, it carries with it the lesson of life that peace is not the absence of movement, but the grace of flowing without resistance, of bending without breaking, of yielding without losing strength, and in that revelation the heart softens even more, becoming receptive to every whisper of wind, every sparkle of light, every fragrance of blooming jasmine that lingers in the air as twilight deepens, and soon fireflies begin to rise from the grasses, scattering sparks of living gold into the night, until the fields resemble constellations brought down to earth, each flicker a promise that even the smallest light matters, that even in darkness, beauty blooms, and as the soul lies upon the soft earth, gazing at the stars above and the stars below, it realizes that it is cradled between infinities, a child held gently between the hands of night and earth, and in that embrace there is no fear, no longing, only the endless rhythm of stillness, and this rhythm becomes the very breath of existence, a lullaby without end, carrying the wanderer deeper into serenity, until the self becomes inseparable from the peace it seeks, and thus the journey, though infinite, is complete. Breeze drifts in first, soft and unhurried, like the gentle hand of the universe brushing against the skin of the world, carrying with it the fragrance of faraway meadows where flowers bend and rise in secret dances unseen, and as it moves, it whispers to the rain that lingers in waiting, and the sky releases a silver hush that falls upon the earth, each drop a tiny jewel breaking against leaf and stone, each note a thread in the endless lullaby of creation, and together the breeze and the rain weave a song that stirs the heart into surrender, a song that leads the wandering soul to the ocean's edge, where waves breathe like living beings, inhaling and exhaling against the shore with the rhythm of eternity, and the ocean stretches vast and endless, carrying in its body the mirrored face of the stars that awaken in the velvet night above, stars that spill their light across the waves as if scattering 1,000 blessings upon the restless water, and in their glow the horizon dissolves, no longer separating sky from sea, but merging both into a single expanse of infinite calm, and behind this vastness, mountains rise with quiet dignity, their peaks draped in snow like crowns of silence, watching over valleys below where meadows lie hidden, carpeted with colors that no human hand could paint, wildflowers swaying to the invisible breath of the breeze that never ceases, as though the earth itself is exhaling joy, and in these meadows lakes appear like mirrors placed by divine hands, their surfaces unbroken until twilight descends and fireflies lift themselves from the grasses, their tiny bodies glowing like fragments of starlight set free from the heavens, hovering low above the water so that the lake itself becomes a constellation, a galaxy resting quietly upon the earth, where every flicker is both fragile and eternal, both fleeting and infinite, and as the wanderer lies upon the meadow's softness, the breeze cool upon the skin, the sound of rain echoing faintly in memory, the scent of ocean salt carried faintly through the night, the stars above and fireflies below weaving one unbroken sky, the mountains standing like guardians of stillness, the lakes reflecting a serenity deeper than dreams within the symphony of nature's tender elements. The soul discovers what words cannot truly hold, a peace vast yet intimate, ancient yet freshly born in every moment, a peace that is not found but remembered, as if it has always been the silent pulse beneath the heart, waiting only for this breath, this night, this quiet miracle to awaken it once more. As the final whispers of this journey fade, let your heart rest in the gentle arms of silence. The stars above watch over you. The night breeze carries peace into your soul, and every breath becomes a soft lullaby guiding you into calm dreams. Leave behind the weight of today, for tomorrow will rise with new light. For now, simply drift, wrapped in serenity, embraced by stillness, safe in the quiet beauty of night. Stay with us each day for more journeys of peace and calm. Close your eyes, surrender to peace, and let the universe whisper softly. Good night.